All right, two videos for the price of one today. One in the morning, which got posted later, mid-morning, and now this one. Here's our agenda for today. We didn't actually vote on a president or a senator or anything like that, like some people wanted to do on this election day, but we instead voted for, it was more like a survey, and that's in the classroom about next steps to take for the units that we'll study through. So I gave them the opportunity, I gave our students the opportunity to vote for what part of the world they'd like to learn about next. Then we began our project today. It's due, I have a soft due date of Monday. Like that could change. So this is a new project for me. I don't really know, expectations as far as like how long it could take. So we'll find out. It's an infographic project. So this is in your classroom. Hopefully it doesn't seem too overwhelming, but it gives us what we're tasked to do, what an infographic is, and then the content that needs to be on there, and design criteria. So maybe seems like a lot, especially if you don't know what an infographic looks like. So we did that in this planning of the project. We just typed in a new tab, infographic examples, and it'll come up with loads of information about what infographics are and what they look like. So all we did was, there we go, looked at different examples, and we made notes here on how are they organized. So is it random? Is there a pattern? Does it go in a line? Does it go up and down? All different examples of the way they're organized. What kind of colors are being used and what kind of graphics are being used. We just made notes of those right here. And then from there, we'll go to Piktochart.com and we'll have you sign up. And when you sign up, it's going to ask you, like, if you're a student, you're going to say, I'm a student, I think ages 13 to 17. It's going to ask how big your organization is. I don't know if that really matters. I just said our organization is 101 to 1,000. I think that's one of the options. And then if you want to click that you're a nonprofit, you can do that too. I don't really know what that means. So, well, I know what that means. I don't know what it means if you click it. I don't know if you get more or less. But anyways, once you create that, it'll bring you to your dashboard. And on your dashboard on the left-hand side, here's where we'll select infographics. And then this is where they got all sorts of templates to use. I suggest using a template. Maybe you're really great. You can start from scratch. I think a template would be kind of a nice place to begin with, just because it gives us a starting point. So then when we want to, change certain features on it, then we can do that pretty quickly, but it's keeping the overall theme the same. That's about as far as we got today. We did end up taking some time to just talk about the upcoming election, the voting process, the Electoral College, candidates, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, that's what we got accomplished. Tomorrow will be kind of a bigger work day where we go through, what are some of the specific requirements here, as far as what we need to include, and how do we find that information that we think we should include. So we'll work through that tomorrow in class. I'll probably have them print off their article or their information from their website so they can highlight and underline and find certain things that we'll include. So I think I'd like you to take a look at different examples of infographics and what they look like. Make some notes here on what you notice about organization, colors, and graphics. And then we'll move on to the next part. All right. Have a great rest of your day.